The EU has launched proceedings against the UK over the failure to recover illegal state aid amounting to £86 million. A statement claimed the UK has not recovered illegal state aid granted by Gibraltar, which gave companies an unfair advantage. Executive Vice President Margrethe Vestager, in charge of competition policy, said the aid granted by Gibraltar in the form of corporate tax exemption for passive interest and royalties gave an unfair advantage to some multinational companies and had to be recovered by the United Kingdom and the Gibraltar authorities. However, more than 2 years after the Commission adopted this decision, the aid has still not been recovered in full and sufficient progress has not been made in restoring competition. That is why we have decided to refer the United Kingdom to the Court of Justice for failing to implement this decision. In 2018, the EU Commission adopted a decision to label Gibraltar's corporate tax exemption scheme as a violation of state aid rules. Under the EU's principles, once found to be illegal, the state aid must be recovered in full to remove the unfair advantage. The violations spanned between January 1, 2011, and June 2013 and were deemed unlawful on December 19, 2018. After classifying the moves as illegal under the state aid regime, the EU gave Gibraltar and UK authorities until April 23, 2019, to fully recover the money. 4 companies have been identified as benefiting from the measures but only 2 have been fully recovered. The remaining 2 companies have seen less than 20% repaid. This is why the EU has referred the case to the European Court of Justice. As this was while the UK was a part of the EU, Britain is still required to recover the illegal state aid granted. The issue of state aid was one of the major stumbling blocks between the EU and UK during Brexit. They had demanded strict aid provisions with the UK throughout Brexit in order to stop Britain from undercutting Europe. Although the requirements relating to state aid are not as strong as the EU had hoped, they are stronger than what was agreed in Europe's deals with Canada and Japan.